most succinct way that I could describe Veda is that he was just this fierce, intense personality, but at the same time, like just a real softie and a really loving family man.
In the late 1980s, Veda Murray wore number 27 for the Michigan Wolverines as a safety for the great head football coach, Bo Schembechler.
Playing for Bo changed his life. The things that Bo instilled in him were the things that it's the way that Veda lived his life, not just in being punctual, but being disciplined, working hard and fighting for something that you believe, being disciplined in every aspect of your life.
I'm from Ann Arbor, Michigan, and my sister, my brother, and I all lived there with my mom and my dad. I loved growing up there.
When Harper was 3, her sister was 6, and her brother was 9, she just kind of grew up having to be a little Spitfire, not just to keep up with them, but in order for them to let her hang with them. And she wasn't going to be left behind by either one of them. We went from, just probably your average family, living your life, working hard, jobs that we both liked, raising kids, to suddenly we were just kind of thrust into this crisis.
In 2009, Harper's father, Veda Murray, was diagnosed with advanced stage lung cancer, a terminal diagnosis.
So we spent the next couple of years trying to find a treatment that would stop the growth and relieve his pain. And that meant several clinical trials in different hospitals and different oncology protocols, but nothing ever really worked. It turned things upside down very, very quickly.
On April 6, 2011, Veda Murray lost his fight following a 2-year battle with cancer.
I spent a lot of time with her and her mom in the recruiting process. He was a big part of their lives, and you can tell being around them that you see all the memories.
In honor of my dad, I love to wear the number. My sister wears it at Michigan. It's our way of honoring him, and I actually have a tattoo on my finger for him too. It's 27. Every time I step on the court, I play for him.
I'm fighting this lump in my throat all the time. At the start of matches, at the end of matches, I cried during the match in Memorial Stadium. I was unexpectedly emotional.
I think there's a definite deep motivation in her why she plays volleyball and why she wants to be great. I think she still wants to show her dad that she can do that.
It shaped all of me and my sister and my brother into the people we are.
I'm already beaming with pride, but to see both of them out there at the same time, really meaningful event for my whole family. It's hard for me to not watch these matches and see them with that jersey on and see how they resemble him so much physically. It's hard for me to not think about how much he'd love watching them. And I think he'd just be bursting with pride.